The golden boy of our campus made a grand confession to me. I happily said yes. The next day I took him to bed. Here's the thing. I already knew he and his buddies made a bet about me. Could he win over the poor but beautiful Ice Queen within a month? Ice Queen, whatever. I'm just a girl who punishes jerks. Time to take down all four of them. I finished my lab work and walked out. A gorgeous guy stood at the door. Arms full of roses, perfect features. Round eyes with a slight upturn like he walked straight out of a manga. He walked up and handed me the roses. Are you Ivy Frost? His voice had a playful edge. Be my girlfriend. I looked him up and down. Have you ever actually been with anyone? The cocky boy froze. Cat-like eyes widening. Yeah. I didn't ask anything else. Sure, my days are packed. Lab experiments, data analysis. Writing papers, group meetings. My goal, publish in Nature. The pressure is insane. I need release. I don't drink or smoke, but I do have other needs. Hot, clean guy delivering himself to my door. Perfect. I smiled, pretending not to notice his bros lurking in the hallway. Ready to high-five him. We're strangers. I don't care why he confessed. He's just a tool, whatever. The morning after we started dating, he showed up all cocky and casual, holding breakfast. Morning, girlfriend. I took the food and thanked him. Politely, he followed me to my classes. Slept through the first two. Played games through the last two. He wanted to wait for me in the lab. I raised an eyebrow. Don't touch anything. Xavier held up 3 fingers like a scout. I promise. I just want to watch you. I agreed. Not because his puppy act worked on me, but because having a hot guy waiting after lab. Hell yeah. Xavier was surprisingly well behaved, sitting quietly on his phone. Occasionally, he'd look at me with fake, deep emotion and drop some cheesy pickup line. Zero sincerity. Like he'd just memorized them from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. He didn't seem bored at all. When I finally finished, I ruffled his soft hair. You're pretty patient. Xavier's light-colored eyes sparkled. I've been watching you for a while. You're always here late, all alone. I thought if someone waited for you, maybe you'd be happier. No idea if he'd actually been stalking me, or if he'd just memorized another cheesy line. But honestly, I was happy. Xavier is stunning, effortlessly cool. A mix of bad boy and prince. The moment he stepped on campus, he became a legend, one of the P University F4. Rich family, the whole package. Last night in my dorm, I hacked into the student council office cameras. Xavier was bragging to his buddies. Ice Queen. What a scam. I confessed. And she said yes, immediately. Think she's been crushing on you? No way, Xavier. Sprawled on the couch, long legs stretched out. These desperate girls. One look from me and they lose their minds. His buddy painfully pulled out a property deed. Dang, she acts so cold and untouchable. But she's this easy. I thought she'd be harder to crack. Another friend twirled his car keys. So when are you getting together with her? Xavier sighed. I'm still a virgin. Isn't it a waste to lose it to this kind of girl? She's decent looking, but what if she's not what she seems? How vile, straight up slander. Through the camera, I scanned the group and spotted an old acquaintance. Nathaniel Reed. We went to the same high school I transferred in sophomore year. First exam, I ranked first. He accused me of cheating and reported me. Had to retake the test. Turns out he'd always been first until I beat him by 30 points. His pride couldn't take it. From then on, I always ranked first. But I played with him. Sometimes I'd only beat him by 1 point. I'd fake anxiety like I was terrified he'd overtake me next time. Then the next exam, beat him by 30 points. Again, devastated. Broken expression. Chef's kiss added so much fun to my boring life. Later, whatever competition he entered, I entered too, always one step ahead. Once he confronted me on the verge of tears. Are you messing with me for fun? I blinked innocently. What are you talking about? He glared at me for a long time, then left without another word. Jealous. Petty men deserve punishment. I hunted him down for 2 years. He lived in my shadow until college. Turns out we're at the same university and he's one of the F. For different majors. Though I got excited. Even considered switching majors. I stared at Nathaniel with interest. He was writing something. Didn't even look up figures. That kind of girl. I looked at Xavier's smiling face. Fake. Just wait. I'll wreck you so hard you'll beg for mercy. Let's see if you keep pretending. Then I took his hand and looked up. Want to make me even happier? Xavier's face turned red. I'm not ready. I haven't brushed my teeth. Haven't bought candy. Good. Very service-oriented. At the hotel entrance, Xavier stopped. Wait. Where are we going? I waved my ID. What do you think? Xavier stumbled back. Arms crossed, stammering. Huh? Shouldn't we take a walk? Then you accidentally touch my hand. Then I hold it back. Then I cut him off, grinning. Oh, you want to play that? Let's go upstairs and play. Xavier followed me in a daze. I had my way with him. Xavier turned out to be shameless. Zero modesty. The next day I hacked the cameras again. Perfect timing. They were talking about me. Such filthy talk. I listened with great interest. So Sawyer looked Xavier up and down. Bro, why are you wearing a turtleneck in summer? Not hot. And your face? You look drained. Sawyer is one half of a twin duo in the F4. The younger brother. A flirt who loves making girls cry with his sharp tongue. His older brother, Sterling, is the opposite. Ice cold, never had a girl around him. Total brother complex. Genius. Hacker. A hacker. How convenient. I know a thing or two myself. Xavier the weak looked smug. You have no idea how wild she is. Nathaniel suddenly looked up. Eyes narrowing. What did you say? Xavier pulled down his collar, revealing faint red marks. Scratches on his back from last night. Can't help it. I'm stressed. Need release, especially after learning his true intentions. I went all out, left marks all over him. Blue and purple everywhere. Nathaniel stared, snapping his pen in half. Sawyer smirked. Dang. That's intense. I want to try this wild girl, too. When are you breaking up? Didn't you say you'd dump her after getting together with her? Xavier smiled mysteriously. Later. This is too easy. I want something more exciting. Sawyer rolled up his sleeves. More exciting, like making her fall in love than crushing her heart. He rubbed his hands together. Bro, you're a genius. After you dump her, I'll play the hero, save the heartbroken girl. Make her feel loved, then humiliate her and reveal the truth. Then dump her too. Haha. Xavier crossed his legs smirking. What if she cries and begs me not to leave in public? That's embarrassing. Nathaniel frowned. You're going too far. What if she gets hurt? I tapped my desk, chuckling softly. Nathaniel has a conscience. Interesting. Sawyer raised an eyebrow. Wait. Do you like her? Xavier's face hardened. Nathaniel frowned. Of course not. Sawyer was about to say more when Sterling suddenly stopped typing. He looked up, staring directly at the camera. We locked eyes through the screen. Sterling coldly interrupted them. Then the screen went black. Oops. Hot for young. Handsome bodies and they're this file. They want to play with my feelings. Treat me like a dog. Then don't blame me for serving justice. I'll take all 4 of them and I'll make their brotherhood crumble. Make them fight in the streets. I'm busy. Aside from being with Xavier, I barely acknowledge him. This plastic relationship lasted a month. After another round, Xavier addressed me, suddenly lashing out. Why did you say yes? What do you even like about me? I feel like you only smile when we're doing this. I turned my back, ignoring him to zip my dress. Xavier wrapped his arms around me from behind, burying his face in my neck. Tell me, what do you like about me? I was in a good mood. Half coaxing, half lying. Your face. Obviously that was true. I wouldn't have agreed otherwise. Can't think of any other redeeming qualities. Xavier looked shocked. That's it. Just my face. I pulled him off, patting his pretty face. What's wrong? Isn't your face part of you? Xavier muttered. Oh, right. This face is mine. If you like my face, you like me. Then he frowned. But beauty fades. What else do you like about me? My patience ran out. I gave him a. What else is there to like? Look, you're worse than me at everything besides your face. What use are you? Xavier froze. Xavier started showing off like a peacock. I knew exactly what he was doing. Flaunting his wealth to humiliate me. The broke scholarship student. I don't even recognize luxury brands. He took me to rich people activities hoping to see me embarrassed. First, a charity gala. Xavier introduced me to his father's business partners. They talked about stocks, mergers, market trends. Xavier smirked, waiting for me to look lost. I joined the conversation. Casually mentioned a paper I'd read about emerging markets. Predicted a tech bubble in 6 months. One partner raised an eyebrow. That's interesting. What's your field? I smiled. Biochemistry. But I follow economics. The partner nodded. Smart girl. Xavier's smirk vanished. Next, a golf tournament. Xavier had been playing since he was 5. I'd never held a club. He offered to teach me, condescendingly. Let me show you how it's done. I watched his swing once. Then I picked up a club. Hit the ball straight down the fairway. Passed his ball. Xavier stared. What? I shrugged. Physics. Angle, velocity, force. It's all math. Then there was the art auction. Xavier tried to impress me with his knowledge. This piece is from the Renaissance period. I looked at it. Actually, it's Baroque. The brushwork, the lighting. The auctioneer overheard. She's right. This is Caravaggio's influence. Xavier's face turned red. But the real turning point was the debate competition. Xavier was debating against a grad student. He was losing. Badly. I leaned in, whispered in his ear. He's using a straw man argument. Attack his premise, not his conclusion. Xavier hesitated. Then he did it. He won. Afterward, he looked at me. How did you know that? I shrugged. I pay attention. Xavier stared at me. For the first time, he really saw me. Not as a challenge. Not as a trophy. As someone smarter than him. Someone who could beat him at anything. And he loved it. He started following me to the library. Watching me work. Asking me questions. Not pickup lines. Real questions. About my research. About my goals. Ivy, why do you want to publish in Nature? Because I want to change the world. He looked at me with wonder. You're going to do it. I know. He smiled. I believe in you. For a second, I almost believed him. Almost. To confirm my suspicions, I hacked the cameras again. Sterling had added several firewalls. Still broke through easily. Hilarious. I didn't misjudge them. But he couldn't break me. First, I'm shameless. Strong core. No internal conflict. Don't care about embarrassment or judgment. In high school, first time eating steak. I ordered it. Well done. Someone left. I ignored them and asked for chopsticks and a steak knife. Second, I'm a fast learner. Second time skiing, ice skating. Paragliding, horseback riding. Golfing. I was better than him. And he'd been doing it for over a decade. Xavier's beautiful eyes sparkled with admiration. How are you so good at everything? Is there anything you can't do? Then he gets sad. Ivy, do I really have no other good qualities besides my face? I rarely comforted him, honestly said. Of course not you. Also have me as your amazing girlfriend. Even though you're lame and useless. I'm still with you. Xavier got clingier. Wanted to be with me 24/7. A junior asked me a question. Xavier bristled like an angry cat. Why did you smile at him? You stared at his earring for 3 seconds. Do you like earrings? I'll get one too. Will you like it? I pushed him away. No. Xavier looked hurt. Then why did you stare? I didn't. I was thinking about my experiment. He pouted for the rest of the day. Perfect. He was falling for me. Hard. Sawyer made his move. I was leaving the library when he blocked my path. Leaned against the bookshelf, that signature smirk on his face. Hey, Ivy. I looked up. Sawyer. He stepped closer, voice dropping. You know, Xavier talks about you all the time. But I can tell you're not happy. His hand brushed my arm. If you ever need someone who actually listens. I smiled coldly. Thanks, but no. Sawyer's eyes narrowed. You're playing hard to get. I walked around him. Not playing. Just not interested. He grabbed my wrist. Don't be like that. I know what Xavier's really like. I stared at his hand on my wrist. Let go. He didn't. Make me. I laughed. You really want to play this game? Sawyer froze. What? I pulled out my phone, showed him a video. It was him and Xavier planning my downfall. Sawyer's face went pale. Where did you get this? I leaned in. I know everything. Your little bet. Your plan to break my heart. The part where you're supposed to be the hero. His hand dropped. Ivy, I can explain. I didn't want to hear it. But I did want him to panic. Good luck explaining to Xavier. Sawyer's eyes widened. You're not going to tell him. I winked. Depends on how much fun you make this. He reached for his phone. I'm going to tell him right now. I laughed. Go ahead. But remember, I have copies of everything, including that little secret account you've been hiding from your brother. The one where you've been embezzling from your family's trust fund. Sawyer froze. How did you find that? I smiled. I'm good at what I do. If you tell Xavier, I won't just release the bet videos. I'll send your financial records to your brother. And the IRS. Sawyer's face went white. You wouldn't. I leaned in. Try me. Sawyer stood there, trembling. Ivy, please. I'm not going to tell anyone. I smiled. Good boy. Now get out of my sight. Sawyer fled. Phase 1 complete. Nathaniel was next. I ran into him at the lab. He was working on something, didn't notice me at first. I watched him for a moment. Still so focused. Still so competitive. He looked up, saw me. Ivy. I walked over. Nathaniel. He looked away. You and Xavier. Yeah. He hesitated. Be careful. I raised an eyebrow. Why? Nathaniel's jaw tightened. He's not who you think he is. I smiled. I know. He looked at me surprised. You know? I nodded. About the bet. His eyes widened. Then why are you still with him? I leaned against the counter. Because I can. Nathaniel stared at me. You haven't changed. Still playing games. I laughed. Only with people who deserve it. He was quiet for a moment. Ivy. Yeah? He looked at the floor. I'm sorry. For what? High school. For accusing you of cheating. I blinked. That was years ago. I know. But I was wrong. You were always better than me. I studied him. Nathaniel, admitting defeat? He looked up, eyes intense. Not defeat. Truth. I walked closer to him. You know about the bet. He nodded. I tried to stop it. But Xavier wouldn't listen. I smiled. So you have a conscience. Nathaniel looked away. Maybe. I touched his arm. Then help me. He looked at me. Help you what? Destroy them. Nathaniel's eyes widened. Ivy, they're my friends. I laughed coldly. Are they? Friends who make bets about ruining girls' lives? Friends who plan to humiliate you too? He froze. What? I showed him another video. This time, it was Sawyer and Xavier talking about Nathaniel. How he's always second best. How they keep him around to feel superior. Nathaniel's face went pale. They said that? I nodded. Every word. His hands clenched. Ivy, what do you want me to do? I smiled. Just be yourself. Watch. Wait. When the time comes, choose the right side. He looked at me for a long time. Then nodded. Okay. I started to leave. Then turned back. Nathaniel. Yeah? I smiled. You knew, didn't you? Knew what? When they made the bet. You knew they were making a mistake. Nathaniel was quiet for a moment. Then he nodded. I tried to warn them. I told Xavier. I told him you'd destroy him. He didn't listen. He laughed. Said I was just scared because you beat me in high school. Nathaniel looked at me. I wasn't scared. I knew. I knew you'd win. I smiled. Good to know. Sterling was the wild card. He'd caught me watching. He knew something was up. I decided to confront him directly. But first, I needed leverage. I spent 3 nights digging. Found what I was looking for. Sterling's secret project. He'd been hacking into his own family's financial records, tracking illegal transactions. His father was laundering money, and Sterling was building a case against him. That was why he never participated in their games. He was too busy fighting his own war. I hacked into his personal computer, left a message on his screen. I know about your father. 5 minutes later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Sterling's voice came through. You shouldn't be here. I laughed. Neither should you. He was quiet for a moment. What do you want? I want to play a game. He scoffed. I don't play games. I smiled. Everyone plays games, Sterling. Even you. What do you want? I want to make a deal. He waited. I won't expose what you've been doing. I won't tell your father you're building a case against him. In exchange, you help me take down your brotherhood. He laughed. You want me to betray my friends? I want you to choose the right side. Like Nathaniel? I froze. You know about that too? Sterling, I know everything about all of you. I know you never participated in the bet. I know you warned them not to do it. I know you're the only one with a conscience. He was silent for a long time. Then he spoke. Fine. What do I have to do? I smiled. Just wait. When the time comes, you'll know. The plan was set. Xavier was falling in love. Sawyer was panicking. Nathaniel was conflicted. Sterling was ready to turn. Phase 2. The breakup. I waited until Xavier was at his most vulnerable. He'd just bought me something expensive. A diamond necklace. He looked so proud. Do you like it? I touched the diamonds. It's beautiful. He smiled. Only the best for my girlfriend. I looked at him. Xavier. Yeah? I need to tell you something. He waited, eyes full of hope. I know about the bet. His smile froze. What bet? The one you made with your friends. About winning over the Ice Queen. His face went pale. Ivy, I can explain. I held up my hand. I also know about Sawyer's plan. To play the hero after you dump me. Xavier's eyes widened. How do you know that? I smiled. I know everything, Xavier. Everything. He stepped back. You hacked us. I nodded. Every camera. Every conversation. Every vile thing you said about me. Xavier's face crumbled. Ivy, I swear, I didn't mean any of it. I fell for you. Really. I looked at him coldly. You fell for me? Or did you fall for the challenge? He reached for me. Ivy, please. I stepped back. We're done. Xavier's eyes filled with tears. No, please don't do this. I love you. I laughed. Love? You don't even know what love is. I turned to leave. He grabbed my arm. Ivy, I'll change. I'll do anything. I looked at his hand on my arm. Let go. He didn't. Ivy, I'm begging you. I looked him in the eye. Remember what you said? What if she cries and begs me not to leave in public? Xavier froze. I leaned in. That's not going to be me. I pulled away and walked out. He didn't follow. Perfect. Phase 3. The fallout. I made sure the breakup happened in a public place. The campus quad. Everyone saw Xavier crying. Everyone saw me walking away, head high. The rumors started immediately. Ivy Frost dumped Xavier. He was on his knees begging. She didn't even look back. Sawyer made his move. He found me the next day, acting the concerned friend. Ivy, are you okay? I looked at him. Why wouldn't I be? He reached for my hand. I heard what happened. Xavier told me everything. I pulled my hand away. Did he tell you about the bet? Sawyer froze. What? The bet. The one you all made. Sawyer's face went pale. Ivy, I can explain. I smiled. Save it. I know about your plan too. To play the hero and then break my heart. His eyes widened. Who told you? Does it matter? I leaned in. Everyone's going to know, Sawyer. Everything. He grabbed my arm. Ivy, please. You can't tell anyone. I laughed. Watch me. I pulled away and walked off. Sawyer stood there, frozen. Nathaniel found me later. He looked nervous. Ivy, are you really going to expose them? I nodded. Every last detail. He hesitated. Even me? I looked at him. Did you participate in the bet? He shook his head. No. Did you plan to hurt me? He shook his head again. Then you're safe. Nathaniel let out a breath. Thank you. I smiled. Don't thank me yet. This is going to get messy. He nodded. I'm ready. Sterling was the last to fall. I called him. It's time. He was quiet for a moment. Are you sure about this? I am. He sighed. Okay, I'll do it. The next day, all hell broke loose. I released everything. Every video. Every conversation. Every vile thing they'd said. The campus went crazy. Xavier was humiliated. Sawyer was exposed as a manipulator. Nathaniel was revealed as the only one with a conscience. And Sterling? Sterling released his own evidence. Not just from the end. From the beginning. Videos of him arguing with Xavier. Telling him not to make the bet. Warning them this would end badly. Emails he'd sent to Sawyer. Asking him to stop the plan. Logs showing he'd refused to help hack my accounts. Even when Xavier begged him. Sterling had been the only one trying to stop this. From day one, the Brotherhood crumbled. Xavier and Sawyer got into a fight. In the middle of the quad. Punches thrown. Names called. Everyone watched. Nathaniel tried to stop them. Got punched in the face. Sterling just watched. Cold. Detached. I watched too. From a distance. Satisfied. Xavier found me later. He looked like hell. Bruised face. Tear-stained eyes. Ivy. I looked at him. He fell to his knees. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I really do love you. I looked down at him. Love? You don't know what love is. He cried. Please, give me another chance. I'll do anything. I shook my head. You had your chance. You chose to play a game. Now you've lost. He reached for me. Ivy, please. I stepped back. Don't touch me. He collapsed on the ground, sobbing. I walked away. Sawyer tried to talk to me too. He didn't beg. He just glared. You ruined everything. I laughed. I didn't ruin anything. You did that yourselves. He stepped closer. You think you're so smart. I smiled. I know I am. He raised his hand like he was going to hit me. Nathaniel stepped between us. Don't touch her. Sawyer scoffed. Whose side are you on? Nathaniel looked at him. The right side. Sawyer's face twisted. You traitor. Nathaniel didn't flinch. I'm not the traitor here. Sawyer stormed off. Nathaniel turned to me. Are you okay? I nodded. Are you? He touched his bruised cheek. I'll be fine. I smiled. Thank you. For what? For being decent. He looked away. I should have done more. I touched his arm. You did enough. Sterling found me last. He looked calm. Cold as ever. It's done. I nodded. It is. He looked at me. You got what you wanted. I smiled. I did. He hesitated. Ivy. Yeah? Why me? I looked at him. Why you what? Why did you include me in your plan? I smiled. Because you're not like them. He was quiet. I saw you watching me that day. Through the camera. I nodded. I saw you too. He looked away. I knew what they were doing was wrong. I just didn't know how to stop it. I touched his arm. Now you do. He looked at me. What happens now? I smiled. Now we move on. He nodded. Fair enough. But I have a question. I waited. Why did you trust me? I looked at him. I didn't. He raised an eyebrow. Then why? I smiled. Because I did my research. I found the emails you sent to Xavier. The night they made the bet. Telling him not to do it. I found the logs showing you refused to help hack my accounts. I found the recordings of you arguing with Sawyer. Telling him his plan was sick. Sterling was quiet. You found all that? I nodded. I also found your father's case file. The one you've been building for 2 years. He froze. How did you find that? I smiled. I told you. I'm good at what I do. Sterling looked at me for a long time. Then he did something I didn't expect. He smiled. A real smile. Not cold. Not distant. Just honest. You really are going to change the world. I smiled back. I know. He nodded. Good. 6 months later. Xavier transferred. Couldn't handle the humiliation. Sawyer's still here. But no one talks to him. He's alone. And his brother found out about the embezzlement. Sawyer's facing charges. Nathaniel and I are friends. Real friends. He's still competitive. But he's learned to lose with grace. Sometimes he even beats me. And I don't mind. Sterling? Sterling and I are something more. Not dating. Not yet. But there's something there. He's still cold. Still distant. But he's honest. And that's rare. Especially in his world. He turned his father in. The evidence he'd been collecting for years. It wasn't easy. But he did it. Because it was the right thing to do. And that's why I trust him. Not because he's perfect. But because he tries to be. For now. I published my paper in Nature. Xavier sent me a congratulatory message. I deleted it without reading. Some things don't deserve a response. Nathaniel asked me once. Was it worth it? Destroying them like that? I thought about it. Then I smiled. They wanted to play a game with my heart. I just played it better. He laughed. You really are the Ice Queen. I winked. Only to those who deserve it. And the golden boy? I looked at Xavier's old spot on the quad. Empty now. He learned his lesson. The hard way. I looked at Nathaniel. And you? He smiled. I learned mine too. Good. Because I don't play games with people who don't deserve it. He nodded. I know. Sterling walked up. Ready to go? I smiled. Yeah. Nathaniel watched us leave. You two are weird. I laughed. We're not weird. We're just honest. Sterling took my hand. And that's rare. I looked at him. It is. He squeezed my hand. Good thing we found each other. I smiled. Yeah, good thing. The golden boy learned his lesson. The Ice Queen got her revenge. And somewhere in between, I found something real. Not a game. Not a bet. Just honesty. And that's better than any golden boy could ever be.